Hamish and Andy back to drive you home. Well, just one of us. Because Hamish he started in here with me, everybody. He looked fit, he looked healthy, he certainly was speaking to me in his normal tongue. And then, whether it's panic or shock, he has simply run out.
Andy, we're getting a call through from Hamish now.
Okay.
Are you there, Endo?
Yes. What happened? Did you fart?
I panicked. I saw the lights go on, and I just think you're better off without me. You can do a great job, and I'm driving to the coast.
I would
on a boat.
I would prefer at least the first one with you.
No, that's why. And I thought we weren't coming back to next Monday anyway.
A bit of notice.
I saw the TV ad.
What about a bit of notice? Because
hey, Andy, look behind you.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I never left. And that is the kind of wonderful prank that you can come to expect from the show. Andy, it's me. Look at me. What a wonderful radio moment already.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
One down.
Is it going to be?
It could be 1,000 this year.
Is there
The 999
kind
to
of quality
go.
control?
No, I'm going quantity over quality. You can't get 1,000 pranks out and have them all be good. Oh, great. You know what? Technically, that's one of our highlights. Ando, I need your help on something, right?
I'm always here.
A very good mate of ours, John. I lived with Johnny for 7 years. Lovely guy. He's done many, many things in his life. He's had a lot of lives, a lot of careers.
Yep.
Currently, he seems to be maybe inspired by the block.
Yep.
Seems to be in the home makeover business.
And that's strange to us.
And he's developing a property.
Because he imported scooters for a while. He was a
ran
baker
skate
for a
shop,
bit.
jeweler, trolley repair, casual tennis player, went on the dole for 6 months, just played tennis. He's had a lot of stuff he's had a crack at. Also the 1991 Australian 5-kilometre roller skating champion, if you know your roller sports. So he's done a lot of stuff. Not a joke. He's done a lot of stuff. Currently, he spends a lot of time in China. So every time I catch up with him, he's like, oh, mate, I've been in China looking at, bathrooms and marble and, going around to different places, different plants.
Loves different finishes, doesn't he?
Manufacturing stuff, loves a finish. He'll come if you have John over to your house, he's the first straight to a wall or a kitchen to look at a finish. These handles are good. Where'd you get them? Wonder if I could get them in China. So he's very into it. And we were talking to him the other day. He'd just come back from China. And he'd been to a marble place because he's developing a bunch of bathrooms and he wants to get the best marble. Okay. So he'd gone and seen the best marble guy in China. He goes, mate, the marble, you wouldn't believe it. Some of the stuff they've got, they've got like wood made of marble.
And
sort of showed
what
me,
does that mean?
And I think it's like petrified wood.
Oh.
And I don't know a lot about geology, if I could just shock everyone.
Yeah.
But I looked at it and I was like, I feel like I've seen stuff like that before.
Yeah.
And then he goes, mate, they've even got like fossils in marble. Okay, because the guy's got at his factory a dinosaur fossil
He does.
in marble, right? And I'm like, jeez, like a whole dinosaur fossil. He goes, yeah, and you can buy it as a slab for like a kitchen table. Like if you're a billionaire, you can go, my kitchen table has a dinosaur fossil in it.
No.
And I went, that doesn't sound right because in my brain, and I haven't bothered looking this up, but at the time I was like, my brain, I feel like there was a story about Leonardo DiCaprio trying to bid on a dinosaur fossil.
Yeah.
And Bieber got him.
What, Justin Bieber?
I think Bieber outbid him. It was like a Christie's auction. It was like $30 million.
Right.
And again,
they've
this
just got
story
one
could be completely
one
made up.
lying around in the factory.
But the whole story was like they would be the only civilians outside of a museum to have a dinosaur fossil. And so I was like, I don't think this guy in China has one in his shed.
Was there any pictures of you?
So then Johnny goes, mate, I'll show you a deliberately and so I've got the picture here. I deliberately haven't showed you until now.
Yep.
I'm going to hand over the picture to you now.
Okay.
Right. There are a few things I think are wrong with it. Oh, that's just a black piece of paper.
Yeah.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
Hang on, there is a picture. That was just a little free prank on my behalf. So that's 2 now for the year. Have a look at the picture. I don't want to sidetrack this because we're actually in the middle of something. It's always fun.
Ham, our launch party is on Monday. This show officially launches next week. And
It's when we grow up, Andy. Boys to men as of next Monday. Very exciting.
And on Monday, Ham, you suggested that it felt a little bit H&A. It should be the people's launch party. So if anything you want to launch, we wanted to hear from you. We've got Caitlin's going to be joining us at the party on Monday. She's launching her own radio show, which is
That's right, actually. She's
Gippsland
on a
FM.
community radio station. We thought it would be a nice gesture to help launch a competitor.
Kyle's bought a new jacket that he hasn't had the guts to wear in public yet.
That's a big one.
He's going to launch
That's a
that.
really big one. It's a new look for Kyle.
Alicia, she's got a new boobs.
She does have a new boobs.
And she's going to be there and wear a dress, the first dress that she's been waiting.
Been looking forward to fitting into this.
So that's a launch.
Had 3 kids and she's launching the new look.
Daniel Johns is going to be performing. Peking Duck, I think, performing a new single.
They're launching stuff. And I don't know if there's a world record for launching the most amount of things in 2 hours. We're kind of casually going for it. I think TBC, we're trying to get a flock of pigeons to be launched.
Yeah, that's
to race
true.
back up from Sydney Harbour up to Newcastle.
Holden, we should thank, because we made a lot of these promises and didn't have any way to make them happen.
Yeah.
The Holden the new sporty Astra.
Yeah.
You can reserve a test drive at holden.com.
We do appreciate it, Holden, and we've got a chance to get more and more people there. And look, 131060, if you've got something you want to launch, as you can tell, it really can be anything.
Yep.
My big dream, well, more of a whim, but God, it's wonderful that it's turned into reality, was a human cannon. Now, I'm basing this almost 100% off, I think, Roadrunner cartoons and some circus footage from the 50s that human cannons are still a thing.
I don't think they would be. When you brought it up, I was like, sure. You asked me.
And I didn't think it was possible. But after the show on Monday, I thought, look, where do you start for a human cannon?
Yeah.
Two options. You either look at the Defence Force to see if they've been testing any stuff with them.
They've got too many bullet cannons to concentrate
They
on.
use cannons / the circus. Turns out circus was the right way to go.
Yeah.
You're not going to believe this, Ando. There is a human cannon in Australia at the moment. It doesn't even belong here. It's the Great Euro Circus is in Australia at the moment.
One of those good old school ones.
No, I think it's a state-of-the-art one.
All right,
So from what
sorry.
I can tell, I've got a sketch here of what it is, what it looks like.
This is a hand-drawn picture by you. It's a pen picture of a cartoon of a person holding up their middle finger at me.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
Just can never miss an opportunity.
Just so you know, I'm not receiving any more pieces of paper from you.
But that's been my main method of getting you for 1,000 pranks.
I know.
Well, I don't have it.
And I'm cutting it off.
I don't have a sketch of it.
Okay.
But what I did have was the ability to call Sebastian from the Great Euro Circus.
Great.
To talk through the logistics of how... Because, look, got to flag this with you up front. Don't be spooked about this, but there's a lot of legal, medical and police issues with shooting you into the harbour out of a cannon, as you would expect. But I think as you're about to hear when I talk to Sebastian, total professional. Like, he knows exactly... He's the guy to talk to about the cannon. Have a listen.
Such a big week for us, Ham. We
So much
snuck
fun.
on the radio. No one knew we were on for ages.
If you're listening to this, we assume it's a mistake.
Yep.
Or a stumble across.
Because the official launch is next week. But in all that, I mean, covert operation,
Yeah.
you and I haven't had a chance to catch up.
Too much going on, Andrew. I mean, sending our mums out to go and interview the Magic Mike guys,
Yeah.
the U2 stuff.
Yeah. It's all at hamishandandy.com. The podcast
Threw a
is
real
as well.
spanner in the works.
But we should catch up and we should do it over jazz.
That's what we like to do on a Friday. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's relaxing. And I know we've been talking about catching up over jazz.
Yeah.
And we want to do jazz chat. And we enjoy doing it on a Friday.
Yep.
But I've got some bad news for you.
What's that?
I refuse to participate today.
Really?
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
Now I'll do it. Just needed to get another prank away. Good. I got a huge deficit to make up.
Hey, Em,
Oh, yeah.
watching watching films during the week and saw a gangster throw a brick through someone's window.
Not very gangster.
Yeah, but you know how, like, with a message on it.
I think we've moved on, but yeah. I mean, is it an old film?
It seems satisfying.
How you want to do it?
Yeah. Who do you think?
Cackling Jack?
That's what I was thinking.
Ando. Sorry, a little bit of admin. I know the whole point of this is to catch up, but I'm swamped at the moment with trying to organise this human cannon.
We can mix business with pleasure.
Apologise for bringing admin up during Jazz Chat, but I did not get your... Do you know the circumference of your head for your helmet size?
No.
What do you think? Would you be a large or an extra large helmet?
Large.
There is no helmet. But appreciate you thinking of safety, because I wasn't.
Hey,
Yeah.
again, kind of a topic that my mum doesn't like, but we're in Sneak Week.
Yeah.
I was wondering today, what percentage do you think of your eating would have to be beetroot for you to have purple poos?
15%.
15?
It's not high. It's a powerful die. Hey, Ando.
Mm-hmm.
So before, when I was first up, I tricked you about not participating.
Yeah.
Then I come back at you and I go, what helmet size do you want?
Yeah.
And got you again.
Yeah, that's not a prank, though.
No, but you'll notice, well, that was a prank.
No,
Because I tricked you into answering, and it was for something that didn't exist. But I didn't play the prank sting,
No.
because I think I might give away the 1,000 pranks.
Really?
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
This is too easy.
It requires me falling for it.
You did say really.
Yeah, that's just confirming.
Jack, quick count. How many of my 1,000 pranks did I get away with?
5.
Including the 2 today, you're up to 5. Yeah.
You've done 5.
That's all right.
No, it's not, mate.
What's the date?
Mate, we do
10th of July, right?
Mate, we do 40 weeks a year.
Yep.
You've
that.
You've done 5.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So
I've only got 995 pranks to go.
yeah.
Yeah, but this is
Mate, you're
this
at
was
5.
Snake Week.
You are 800 short of where you'd be if you continue at this.
I'm just saying,
This pace.
this is Sneak Week. I'm obviously going to warm up.
Yeah.
If people are still listening to the show,
Yeah.
and thanks for listening today, but we don't take it for granted, so you might have faded off by August.
Yeah.
People are still listening by August. I might be doing 50, 60, 70 a show.
We need to get.
That's something to look forward to.
We need to get like a good prankster, a Sacha Baron Cohen from like Borat or a Johnny Knoxville. or something.
No. That's too quality. That's quality. I do quantity.
No, I want them up to decipher whether that is actually a prank. What you're doing?
I'm just going for the minimum legal amount.
I don't.
for a prank.
I don't think it passes the minimum legal amount. That's my worry.
I'm going to give it the green light. I think today's were legal. They were well set up and well executed. And another 2 notches on the belt. Great
Guys,
work.
thank you very much for being with us this Sneak Week. If you accidentally were with us, Monday though,
Man, it's official.
it's official.
We'll
can't
be
wait
at
to
the
see you.
harbour.
The People's Launch Party.
We're launching Andy out of a cannon. We're launching anything and everything anyone wants launched on that day. It's going to be open to the people.
You can follow on Insta, on Facebook or Twitter. They're all Hamish and Andy, but also HamishandAndy.com. The podcast is there as well. We'll catch you Monday.
Have a great weekend.
Haim, you've done something.
I've done something for the good of the show.
We should point out
Let's
that
not forget that.
someone laughed at us the other day. You and I have a joint account.
We do. We do. And we
you-
might not after this.
You tend to jump into it a little more than I do. Mm-hmm. And you certainly ask for permission a lot less than I do, because I ask every time.
Well, I made a calculated decision here, like anyone with a joint account, any married couple, and a calculated decision to go, well, this will be a fun surprise for Andy, not just when he sees it come up on the credit card
Let's just
statement.
have a brief walk through the history of fun surprises. The last one, you bought a Bitcoin for the show.
That's right.
For $1,000.
Oh, come
One
on,
coin
come
for
on, come on,
$1,000.
about 900.
And then you bought,
And it's on its way back,
you
isn't
bought-
it? Bitcoin,
you
it's about
bought-
400, isn't it, Jack?
You bought one for the show and one for us. You said, I also, not even for the show purposes, I bought you one, Andy, for just us as well to have, because it's going to be great for $1,000. $2,000.
At the time, there was a
At the
lot
moment,
of
it's worth
chat,
$760 for both of them.
a lot of chat online
Yeah.
about how Bitcoin was just about to go through the roof.
Now, I'm no finance guru.
Nor am I, as it turns out. No,
But
but
that's
Bitcoin's a good, solid
significant-
investment.
That's a significant loss. It's a 65%.
Any digital
loss.
currencies of the future, sure, it took a 65% haircut. But it's certainly growing its hair back. I mean, one day it's going to come back. That was probably the last drastic dip into the finances I had then, and then some tightening was done by you.
Yeah,
And
I
found a
really
loop.
tightened down.
I realized if I just use my credit card, there's a way that I could protect you from, because you'll be so happy with the spendings I've made here. but it's some amount of money has been spent. In fact, quite a bit of it.
Okay, well, can I just go back through a brief history as well? The last thing that I can remember as well before, this is even since the Bitcoin.
Yep.
You bought a large antenna for the People's Island.
That's right.
So you could ring people from it.
Yep.
And the antenna went, 5 or 6 meters high.
It was huge.
It was huge. Didn't work. And it cost a fortune. It was thousands of dollars.
Worth a shot, though, wasn't it?
We went to the island.
We went out to
twice.
Our very own small island off Rockhampton. I mean, if you're listening to the show, you do own this island. It's the People's Island. We did this last year on the radio. And, the antenna didn't work. But, Ando, I've bounced back from those mishaps.
Okay.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah.
I've spent quite a sum of money, our money.
How much?
We can talk about it later once you're excited about what I've bought.
Okay.
We can talk about it later, darling.
Yeah. I will tell you a dollar value of my excitement after you tell me the idea.
I bought an elephant.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
But I knew you hadn't.
I think for a second I got you.
No, because we've discussed buying elephants before.
I've got you.
No, you didn't.
No, anyway, hang on. Look, just that's another prank down for my year of 1,000. I can't miss an opportunity.
Okay, it's not even hard.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hamish and Andy back to drive you home.
Oh yeah,
And pretty excited to be doing so, Ham. On this show, in the next 2 hours.
I'll tell you one thing I won't be doing again is booyah.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew O'Keefe says it on Deal or Deal.
Look, I'll get better, Ando. I started probably too high energy and not thinking my words through enough.
Yep.
And so that was just a result of me being excited, but not really having anything lined up in my mouth ready to go.
Yeah,
and in the confusion, I think I stole Andrew O'Keefe's catchphrase, which I'll gladly return to him. But what real things have we got on the show?
Well, Ham, coming off a shock loss, we had 3 from 3 losses, you and I, last week, in the game Am I Naked? We're going to play again.
We will get better.
It's a chance for you guys out there to fool us.
Yeah.
People will ring up and you'll hear someone nude or not nude. It's up for us to guess, Ham, later on in the show.
Ando, I also, I yesterday on the show launched the concept of a boys-only blokes bachelor beer and burgers party.
Yes.
I'm obviously into the TV show The Bachelor. I wanted to host a big party. Now, overnight, some great things have happened. A, Channel 10 have come on board, which is great. But B, I've got a very special announcement about the surprise guest.
Well, you did say, you specifically said you got a surprise guest. So is it just going to be someone from Channel 10, is it? Or
No.
Is it Osher?
People that are aware of these things would know that there's some visiting European football leagues in the country at the moment.
Yep.
A player from one of those teams is going to be at the party.
That's not true.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
Even though you said not true.
That doesn't count.
You could tell that you meant it. I could tell you thought I had it.
That doesn't count. Absolutely doesn't count.
Give it to me, man. I've only done about 8 pranks.
I know you're struggling. It doesn't count. And I think you're inflating it with 8 as well.
No, okay. Well, to be honest, we do have Blake from The Bachelor.
That's not true either. That's not true either. And you don't get to fire up another sound effect.
All right. I quit the show and
No.
there'll be no music today. No, there is a song. We're playing a song here.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
Oh, Jack, you and I need to calm down and regroup. You stop firing off the prank sound effect.
You start working on
I'm
pranks.
going to have to work on a better prank. All right, let's do a bachelor party, Ando.
Yep.
What day is it today? Wednesday. So 1 week. Is Wednesday today? Yep. Okay, yes.
Show with the best research.
No, people come to us for the breaking news. Breaking news, still Wednesday. 1 week from today. Wow, we were on holidays for 7 months. You lose track of time.
Yeah.
No, we're back and we're focused. Next Wednesday night, it's the premiere of The Bachelor.
Yep.
Yesterday on the show,
7:30. It's on
7:30, Channel 10. They have got behind it too. The next big love story in Australia begins.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's really the most exciting
Thanks
episode
for that.
because The Bachelor stands in the driveway. All the girls come up in the limo, and they've clearly all been forced to come up with a way to get his attention.
Yep.
Now-
They busk, essentially.
Essentially, it kind of is busking.
Yeah.
Some go for cardboard signs. Some just go for, I need someone to sleep tonight. And he goes, oh, well, I have a mansion. So that works out perfectly. In Australia, we're just getting into The Bachelor as a show. And as you know, I've watched the American version
Yeah, you're into it.
for a while. And they're in season, 25. So
And then-
now, in America, when they turn up now, It's basically like it's like a Thanksgiving parade.
Yeah.
Like they come with so much razzle dazzle. Like in Australia, they might sort of turn up and go, "Oh, I made you, I carved a cockatoo out of a stick, bit of bark."
Okay.
I'm like, oh, it's interesting. No, but in America, they really like a guy turned up in a car for the Bachelorette in the last season. It was like a convertible that was full of water, and it's a jacuzzi car.
Wow.
So they really go to a lot of effort. In the American version. So
this happens at the first episode.
This is the first impression. So the guy will be standing at the front, and the girls will come up and they'll do their busking. And that's sort of half the episode on the first episode.
And I've never seen it.
And I want you to get it. That's why you're my +1 to the party.
And thank you. And
no worries, bring a plate.
I was surprised with how many people that called yesterday. Blokes.
So many guys. Listen to this. Here's a guy called Dave. He's coming along to the party. Got in touch with him earlier today. And he's flying in because now that we've got a bit of Channel 10 behind us now, so we can fly. This is now a national party. Yeah. He goes, "I'd love to try and bro out with the Bachelor because he's never got a chance to do it. Just have a few pints, have a burger, talk batch." He said because he's the only one of his mates that watches it. And the next day when everyone's talking about football, he tries to bring up Bachelor stuff at work
with his mates,
and it doesn't go down. So this is all these guys. Guys have tried so hard to find kindred spirits, and it's not at the point where you would statistically have another mate in your group that likes The Bachelor, but we are out there, Endo.
Yeah, exactly.
Blokes that like The Bachelor.
It's similar to, I think it's probably the same ratio of people that like Magic. Like, you're not going to bring up
It is magic. It's magic that out of those 25 girls, they can find true love.
Well, true, but it's like you can't, if you love magic, you can't go to your mates every day and go, "Hey, can we talk about magic tricks anymore?" But there's a lot of people out there that like magic.
Hey, can we talk about magic? No, we keep telling you weren't allowed to talk about it. And I've also been banging on a bit for the last 24 hours about a surprise guest and surprises throughout the night. I have the call in for 3.
Where's the party? First
at a pub.
Okay.
I'm still locking down the location, but it'll be a pub, big screen. I know you want it to
want to call it a party?
Yes, mate. It's a party. Okay. It's got a TV and some beers. That's a party.
It doesn't sound like a party. It seems like it's catch up,
It's a screening.
Yeah.
I mean, not really, because that
like,
hints at exclusiveness.
If
we're watching it off TV, so there will be ads.
You ask the guys to come around to watch footy.
Footy party. Grand final party, exactly the same thing, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Think of it as a grand final party. Yeah. Now, this is what I'm getting at. I want it to also be enjoyable for you. So I've got calls out to 3 former, so not current, former both cricket and AFL players to come as a surprise guest. So you will enjoy the night.
Who are they?
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
It's not a prank if you...
Why would you ask who are they if you didn't believe they were coming?
Because it's part of conversation. If you, for instance...
All right, no more pranks today, but I reckon I've got 3 solid ones away today.
I'm going to ban you from pranks.
You can't. Unless that's a prank.
It was actually. It was, and I just didn't have a sound effect.
Well, it's not Andy's year of 1,000 pranks.
But it could be Andy's year of 1, and that could be it.
Well, it wasn't a great one.
It's about the same level.
Mine have been up there.
I don't know.
I will get a surprise guest, not as a joke. And my first guest...
You had none today, by the way.
My first guest fell through because it was going to be my wife.
Yeah.
So last night I said...
You can't do that. It's a blokes party.
Well, Wednesday night...
You have said blokes only.
Yeah.
It's a blokes only
put yourself in my position. We always watch The Bachelor together. It's the bloody premiere, and it's date night. Wednesday night for us is always our date night. So I said to her last night, "Hey, this thing sort of came up on the radio. It happened very fast. Yeah. I know it's date night. I can get you along, but you'll have to wear a beard."
No.
Right? And those exact words to me were, and I think I can read this verbatim, "You ass clown, I'm not coming to your party and wearing a beard. I'm staying home to watch The Bachelor by myself." So I'm putting myself out there, Ando, and I've been called an A-clown by my wife.
Amazing. Well, we'll take this up tomorrow.
I thought it'd go down better than it did. She said, "No, I'm in the beauty industry. I don't go to parties with fake beards on."
Fair enough as well.
It is fair enough.
It's the ass clown and Andy driving you home.
A-clown and A-man.
Perfect. Job completed.
We're going to try and get some video of that. We're not making this up. The mouse nodded.
Yeah.
It was one of the most remarkable Dr. Dolittle moments of all time. Mouse, even if he didn't specifically understand the language you were using, he seemed to understand the gist. And that's all we were asking for. HamishAndy.com, we'll get that up.
I think it's up there now.
Is it up there now?
Yeah,
Great,
yeah.
Perfect. And can I just do a quick recap? I know we're going to get out of here.
Yeah.
Today, for people that are following along with my year of 1,000 pranks on
No,
you,
you didn't get in 5.
I got 4 today.
No, you got in 2.
I'll read them. I wrote them down.
Yeah.
At the top of the show, you believed I had a special guest coming to my party.
Didn't believe it.
You believed that?
No.
Later on, you again thought I had a special guest. That counted as 2 pranks.
No, I said no. I said that's not true.
You thought that we had a tweet about a panther, and we didn't.
Yeah, I didn't actually.
And then a bit later on in the show, you believed that Zoe had made a dish similar to a frittata last weekend, and she had not. That's
This is not a prank.
4 more pranks for my year of 1,000 pranks. I know a lot of people are following it online. I do get a lot of messages. Thanks for your support, guys. I will try and get to 1,000 by the end of the year.
Not pranks.
That's why today we had to get 4 away, which
2.
is still actually 6 short of my daily quota.
It's 2.
I'm allowing myself 4. I did say at one stage in the show we're not going to play any songs, but I don't believe you fell for that.
We will see that tomorrow. We'll have another look at this.
Have a wonderful night,
It's Hamish
guys.
and Andy. See you tomorrow. Haim, you made a rather large claim in the opening minute of our return to radio
I think I know what this is about. Yes.
2.5 weeks ago.
Yep.
The claim was that it would be a year of 1,000 pranks.
Yes.
Desperate times have fell upon you. I mean, yesterday, if you look,
And I made it very clear.
And I'll
it
make
wasn't,
this clear.
It wasn't about
I'll make this clear.
quality. It's about
Desperate-
the quantity of pranks.
Desperate times have come upon you. Yesterday, for instance, you were trying to pass this off as one of the pranks.
There's some visiting European football leagues in the country at the moment.
Yep.
A player from one of those teams is going to be at the party.
That's not true.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
Even though you said not true,
That doesn't
you
count.
could tell that you meant it. I could tell you thought I had it.
That doesn't count. Absolutely doesn't count.
Give it to me, man. And
At the end there is
in
the
the
words
same way-
given to me, man. Is there anything more desperate?
it's a guy going, play fair.
No, it's not.
Because in the same way a lot of people go, no way. They don't actually not believe it. It's disbelieving.
It was
so
the
when you're
exact
like,
same
that's not true.
No, it's
You're
exact.
so excited that you were like, yeah, I believe you, but I'm blown away. And that's why I went, well, guess what, mate? You were right not to believe me because I've pranked you.
Your plead at the end was the same tone as you can't go out first ball. Please just let me have another bat. That's the thing. Hey,
Essentially, I'm just saying to you,
I want you to succeed.
and I got you several times. I don't think I even included that in my
You did
prank tally.
you tried to pass off.
I got 4 prank points yesterday.
You wanted 4. That included that. I
well,
mean,
I'll take 3. I'll revise the scoreboard. But even so, I need 10 a day.
you don't need 10 a day. But Ham,
I do need 10. I think we have 100 shows this year loosely, and I probably need
so
10 a day.
you're going calendar year. I thought just over a year. So for next year.
Oh, no, it's by the end of the year.
Well, I mean, that's even
that
more
was
dire.
probably my biggest mistake. I launched Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
Well,
I
I thought-
believe on July 6th.
I thought it was going to be financial year, and I think the people at the project. Did you watch the project last night?
Didn't catch all of it, unfortunately.
You had date night with Zoe.
yeah.
So I didn't. I'm not sure if you realise this, but the project on Channel 10 are following this closely. And I mean, I want you to succeed, but they're worried about you.
Really?
Yeah.
This is The Project.
Now to a developing story that might have celebrity Hamish Blake in hot water. Hamish Blake, radio sidekick to Andy Lee, made a huge declaration on day one of their returning radio program, stating he would be able to achieve 1,000 pranks in a single year.
One down. 1,000 this year.
Is there
The
gonna be some
999
kind of
to
quality
go.
control?
2 weeks in and he was already well behind. But just how far behind? It seems there's an alarming deficit, as economist Tom Petrovsky explains.
If we look at Hamish's promise of 1,000 pranks and compare that to the time available in the radio year, it's clear that it's a promise he won't be able to deliver on. Have a look at this graph. Hamish and Andy only do around 200 shows per year. To get to 1,000, Hamish would have to perform 5 pranks per day. This graph now shows how many pranks Blake has done in 10 shows. It's a tally of just 5. So this would see him at 180 by the end of the year, which is 820 pranks shy of his promise.
That is a huge prank deficit. So desperate times are upon Hamish Blake, and he's already running out of time, only 2 weeks in. So much so that he's been trying to place his pranks in other shows just to get his quota up. Eddie Maguire's breakfast show was a target.
You're listening to The Hot Breakfast with Eddie Maguire, Mick Malloy and Luke Darcy.
Hey, Ed, sorry, mate, just before we go on, I've got a message here from Hamish Blake. He says he's leaving radio to become a professional golfer.
What? Really?
Yeah. Oh, hang on. No, I've just turned the page, and he says he's just joking.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
I don't get it. What does son understand that?
I don't know.
Let's move on.
Kids.
John Laws was also a victim.
You're listening to the John Laws Morning Show on 2SM.
Well, look, breaking news here after I just spoke to Hamish Blake. He tells me the New South Wales government is going to put an end to land tax, which will benefit people greatly. As I read on, he says that they're actually not going to do that he was joking. Oh, come on.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
I mean, why don't we just ban anything to do with Hamish Blake from the show?
So what will Hamish Blake do? Will he concede that it's an impossible task? We cross back to the Hamish and Andy studio now to get a response from the man in question. Hamish.
Thanks very much, guys. All I'm hearing is that's another 2 on the tally. We got the Malloy prank, and those guys loved it. You could hear them absolutely cacking themselves. Big lovers of pranks. Yeah. And Lawsy, whilst he did tongue-in-cheek ban me from the show and my name from the show, can tell he really appreciated my land tax prank. If anything, hearing the success of those pranks, Ando, I'm reinvigorated and I'm doubling my efforts.
As in the quota you're going for, just doubling your effort.
I won't try and do 2,000 pranks, but I'll promise you this: I will get to 1,000 pranks this year, my friend.
Please don't.
And I'll get there early.
For my sake. This is a short-term morale-boosting promise that you're promising yourself.
It feels great.
You're feeling good now. You're going to feel bad later, and the whole show's going to suffer.
You're going to love it. When we're in the 500-600s...
I'll take the last day off, and you can just go back-to-back 100.
How exciting it's going to be when we're at like 750 pranks.
No.
And you're going, go, Haim, go. Just 250 more.
Hands off Friday, everyone! Hamish and Andy driving you home. We are doing it from the Victorian ski fields, Ham, in Mount Buller today, and we're at the A-Bomb, where a lot of people...
everyone, having your lunch.
Sorry to interrupt.
There's a radio show happening.
Yes, again, confused at 2 guys sitting there with their pants off in what normally is a family venue. But it's all good, Ham. It's all above board.
It's all about relaxation.
Yes.
There is quite a lot of kids here. How are you guys? Look, it's just, it's very, very hot in here. It's cold outside. This is, Ando, you and myself, our 10th year coming to the snow, coming on this ski trip.
Yeah.
We've managed to weasel it again. It's a huge honour to be here. Look, it's snowing outside. The conditions are perfect here at Mount Buller. It's actually the 4th coldest day of the season.
Really? Is it early on? No, don't.
Almost a prank.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
Just
a little slow on the sound effects, but
just saying something that sounds like a fact that it turns out not to be a fact is not a prank.
No, there's no way it's the 4th coldest day of the season. That's just a wonderful prank, guys. We're off to a flyer.
What if it was?
Well, unlikely.
Well, no, you don't even know. It could in fact be it.
Look, if you can do the research and find out that this is in fact the 4th coldest day of the season, I will do a prank traction later on the show. But I highly doubt I'll have to retract a prank.
So much to get through today. Delta Goodrum's going to join us, everybody, here.
Not a prank.
Not a prank. She's going to perform a new single for us. She's also got a cover. And later on, I think this is the most important part.
This is.
She agreed on the show yesterday that she's going to attempt to jump you and I on a ski jump. Her on skis, you and I. Are we going to be with?
I guess we're pantsless in the snow. This was loosely based on the fact that we vaguely remembered her skiing in an ad.
Yep.
Turns out she's never done that, but we're still doing the ski jump. Anyway, also for the kids that are here. And I don't know if there's any kids that love the movie Frozen.
Yeah.
Well, there's a special movie in a minute production I'll be doing later on the show where Delta might star as Elsa. Little disclaimer, I haven't actually seen the full movie. I was distracted while I was watching it with my niece, but I've got From what I remember, the gist of Frozen will be recreated on the show with Delta.
Joining us here, and that's why it's probably a slightly larger applause than usual, Delta Goodrum joins us.
Welcome.
Hey guys.
And
Hey,
Michael
everybody.
Painter helping her out as well. This is very exciting. We're about to hear your new single, Delta. I mean, it's been played before, but it's newish for us on the station. How long? I mean, we talk to people, film stars, saying that they film things 2-3 years ago and then suddenly it's coming out. How long from actually writing this song or having it in your head to release?
You know, this was actually the fastest one I've ever kind of been a part of.
Did you write it on the way up to the snow?
On the way up, I was like, I'm going to be flying down those slopes. I'm going to have wings, because that's what it's called.
But how long, seriously, like what are we talking?
Maybe like a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Really?
It is like a lot of the songs that I have written for this album, I've written in the past 2 years. But then I kind of, when it came to the first single, about 2 months ago, like I just come off, maybe a month and a half ago, whenever it was, I just come off tour with Ricky, and I sort of like did all my old songs, and I was kind of mashing my old songs and with new songs and all sorts of things. And I went, I remember what makes me me. And then I sort of went straight into the studio and started doing all these classical piano lyrics and sort of worked really hard with these 2 Australian songwriters who are amazing.
So is the main lesson for kids less effort, better outcome?
Because that's what we heavily try and promote on this show.
Yes.
Now, Delta, you are about to play and you're sitting up...
I don't know how the song's going to go yet, guys.
True.
This is my first time playing it, okay?
You
Just
are...
put it out there.
Well, this is exciting and no doubt nerve-wracking. You're sitting at the piano, you're ready, you've got all the musical gear set up. I don't want to rattle you before you play, but obviously coming up in about an hour, you're going to jump Andy and I on skis.
Yes, that is true. I'm jumping them on skis.
This was an idea that we had because we remembered you doing an ad where you're on skis, which turned out to be incorrect from us.
Yeah.
Didn't exist.
Well, you might have done a getaway.
But you did get away on skis.
I did a getaway.
So it could have been in an ad.
I posted on Instagram sometimes when I'm like jumping around.
But what level of skier were you as a kid? Were you a good skier?
You know what? I'm not going to lie, Hamish. I had a few little medals, some junior medals back
we're in
when I
safe
was,
hands,
I was a kid
Really?
skiing.
Yeah.
Do you believe that, Ando?
No.
Yes, got it.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
Guys, I can't ski. I just want to jump over you guys and see if I make
No,
it.
got him. I'll take that. That was good. That's a genuine prank.
Jump into a
You did believe, didn't you?
I did believe.
Thanks, Delta. Great work
No,
on the
I
prank.
love skiing. I'm in my favourite place. I'm in the snow. I'm with you guys. Your pants are off in front of everybody.
Yes.
What
She's
more
your
do
happy
we have?
place.
There's one for the promo. I'm in my favourite place.
This is Delta's happy place, playing in the cafeteria at Mount Buller with our dacks off.
Well, here's the new single, everybody. It's called Wings. It's
Sounded
out
so
today.
weird.
It's so people can go and grab it. Good luck, guys.
Thanks, guys.
It's Delta Goodrum, everybody.
Jam-packed show, and we do have to go. We're getting the big kick out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up to the studio.
We should remember, Ham, the Bachelor begins on 7:30 on Wednesday. Continues Thursday on 10. And you're having your bachelor party.
Yes.
Beers, bros, blokes only. Bachelor.
Awesome. You're my plus one.
There was a couple of other Bs in there I didn't really know.
More details that tonight. It's been a great show for us, and please do go to the website, check it out. Sando Chilaro in his attention-seeking challenge, the first ever napkin ninjaing. I think the video's up. HamishAndy.com. Wasn't just a good show for us. Someone won $500,000 on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Hot seat.
Yeah, that's good for them.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
No, they didn't. I think it was low 20s tonight, Ando. That's what I get for having the seat that can see the TV. And I've got you there with an absolutely wonderful prank to finish the show.
And they'll keep coming tomorrow on the Hamish and Andy show. We'll see you then.
Realised I
everyone.
really needed one today.
Yeah,
Have a good night.
You need more than one. Hamish and Andy.
Adam Lambert on the show Monday, I believe, Ando.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
If you're an Adam fan, but...
Hey, with all that goodness, including that just there.
No, don't talk now. People are still laughing. They won't hear you. Mate, welcome to showbiz. Now, you got to give that a good minute. Get to calm down, dab their eyes, lean over and tell a loved one that they love them and it's been too long since they said it, but it's nice that they could connect through comedy.
Hey, yes, Adam Lambert, if you're a fan. But,
don't do it again. We've wasted another minute. Free time.
He's on Monday. Hey, I mean, you and I haven't had a chance to catch up as mates.
Yeah.
And I feel like we should do that over jazz.
Let's do it. Hey, Ando.
Yeah.
Been a big musical show, actually, hasn't it?
Very much so. Yeah.
Talking of music, Who's your favourite chemical brother?
The older one.
I think mine's Warren, who's the younger one. Warren Chemical.
Hey, Ham.
Yeah, man.
Remember last week you told a story about your wife slipping up and she asked you not to tell it and you did anyway?
Yes.
Similar thing happened to my girlfriend. She asked me not to tell it, but I'm going to tell it anyway.
Oh, this is just chatting.
Yeah,
This isn't really exposing truth.
I said to her, hey, what song do you want to listen to? Again, song-based.
Yep.
She goes, maybe put on Jerry Maguire. And I went,
oh, no.
Jerry Maguire? She goes, you know Jerry? I was like...
I know the film Jerry Maguire and the band...
I said, Jamiroquai? And she went, please don't put this on the radio.
Too bad. Welcome to having a partner on the radio. Hey, Endo.
Yeah.
You know, before talking about my dad, how he wants a drone to inspect some workmanship on the roof of the apartment building he lives in. And we're making a lot of jokes about how it wouldn't get back to him and he doesn't really listen to the radio. If he does, it's AM and it's going to take a year for the story to get to him where it's safe. I literally just got a text message from him during the last song and he said, I look forward to getting the drone. And from what I understand, you'll be paying for it because I've already paid a hefty price.
He's on
his reputation.
Times have changed.
I know.
Hey, Ham.
What's up, mate?
Fruit-based chat.
You know it's allowed in jazz chat.
They've managed to make seedless watermelons.
They have.
Yeah.
Great invention.
It's kind of like cutting off the watermelon's genitals.
Well, yeah, they can't reproduce. That's true.
It's a bit harsh.
Well, then, luckily, the science exists to make another one. Hey, Endo. You know how we were... I also talked to my wife earlier in the show about taking my son to swimming. I've got to take Sonny to his first ever swimming class tomorrow at 10 a.m, don't I?
10 a.m? No, it was 11 a.m, I think.
Yeah, but it's tomorrow, yeah?
It is tomorrow.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
I changed it to Sunday. I got you. I got you right on the buzzer with a great prank. Just when you didn't think.
Always go out on a high. We're not coming in tomorrow anymore, anyone. We're not coming in Sunday.
Look at the clock, mate. It is ticking down to 6 o'clock. And just when you thought I'd finished pranking you for this week, managed to get one in. 11 o'clock Saturday. Wouldn't have thought so.
Sunday.
No such booking exists. Actually, Sunday, he'll be going swimming. Now, fair's fair, you weren't to know I changed it during the show.
But it's still a good prank.
But you still said yes fact that was untrue, and therefore Webster's Dictionary defines that you, my friend, have been pranked, and I'm marching my way to 1,000.
Webster's Dictionary does not define that as a prank. But thank you for being with us, everybody. We'll get droning on Monday.
Yeah.
We'll have Adam Lambert as well. So much to get through, and enjoy your weekend.
Have a great one. And a bit of DIY is shaping up to happen at my place.
Really?
Now, you were initially part of this.
Great.
You're out,
Okay.
and then but you could be back in because remember I was going to get your cupboard.
Yes.
From your garage because we live. How far between our houses? Not that long.
As if we were crows, we'd be able to get there quicker.
Yes. As in Men of the Night's Watch.
Yeah.
No,
because
I
they're
reckon
very nimble. No, I think we're probably 300 metres, 350.
Yeah, 500 walking, mate.
Yeah.
And we were planning to put a cupboard on a longboard.
Yes, I do.
Try and get it over to my garage.
I've got a longboard, which I've never ever used.
Yep.
It's now just used to move furniture around my house, and yeah, we're going to try and wheel it up the hill.
But I said no because I thought I maybe wanted a bench instead of a cupboard.
Yeah.
And space is at a premium, so I sort of had to decide. I've got a bench, right? There's 3 tools that are required to put the bench together,
Yep.
but also 2 men. So question 1, are you in for building the bench?
Love to build the bench.
Lovely.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
I'm not building a bench. And you've been squirted by Jack with a water pistol.
I have.
Yes.
I have.
Now
Which actually is
Andy,
better than the prank.
Andy, I can tell you're shocked. And there's a lot of things going through your head right now.
A bit naughty.
How did I get got? How did I get got so bad? How did I think there was a bench? How has Jack squirted me with a water pistol? Well, I can't take all the credit. There's a story behind it.
The bench building prank. Behind the genius. If you're listening to this, Andy is dripping wet, sitting there having recently believed Hamish needed him to help build a bench. A wonderful prank. But how did we get here? It all started when Hamish received an email from a young man named Nick offering to help Hamish get to 1,000 pranks by pranking his dad.
Hello, Nicholas speaking.
Hey, I got your email about pranking.
About my dad, yeah?
Yeah, about your dad. I don't have the email in front of me. From what I can remember, he's a carpenter.
Yep.
And so the idea would be call him up, say, you know, I think you're the best carpenter in the world. Like, come over and do a job.
Yep.
And then when he comes over, just... what was after that bit?
Go nuts on him with water bombs or eggs or just...
just egg him.
Yeah.
As Nick explained, Hamish became aware he simply cannot perform a prank this time consuming and still make it to 1,000 this year. Also, he needs to prank Andy, not Nick's dad.
You've inspired me with a carpentry theme, right? I've just moved into a new house and I was going to maybe say to Andy something along the lines of like, you should come to my house and like we could build a table together or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I need to build a bench in the garage.
Yep.
And so maybe I invite Andy over, I go, we're going to build a bench. And if he says, okay, cool, I'll be there.
You get Cackling Jack to jump out and squirt him with the hose.
And then, the masterstroke.
What if I tell Andy on air, hey man, come over this weekend, we'll build a bench. If he says yes, I get Jack to squirt him with a water pistol in the studio.
I guess, yeah, that's about on par with all your other stuff.
That's pretty good. Okay, that's great. No, that's awesome, man. Thank you. That's a great idea.
And that's what it took to get all the pieces in a row and for this masterful prank to take place, as you just heard.
Reenactment.
Oh, I totally believed I was going to Hamish's house to build a bench, and now I've been squirted. You're the master of pranks, Blake.
We salute you, Hamish. With the bench story and the water pistol, it's a prank count of 2. 2 more pranks. Hip, hip.
It's not 2. It's not 2.
Thank you, guys.
Touch on a few elements.
Thank you. I mean, for a great prank like that to come off, you need a lot of help, and I did get a lot of help.
I know we're getting the wind up here, but just quickly 2 elements. Nick going, yeah, that's just about as good as all your other ones, amused me. But also, I've never seen Jack so excited.
Well, Jack, he knew he was prank number 2.
When he was squirting me, I've never seen a kid more excited in my life.
Not a kid.
What you looked like one. I was like, what are you doing? I was more baffled by his excitement.
I guess it was the same sort of excitement as like at the end of Ocean's 11 when they're all walking out of the casino and they're going, we've done it. This is a ton of planning and we finally got our mouse cornered.
Hamish and Andy.
2 pranks.
Hamish and Andy, Pants Off Friday. Been a very, very busy show. Busy week, Ham. HamishAndandy.com. If you missed anything, head there. The podcast is there as well and plenty of vids. But you and I, as mates, haven't really had a chance to catch up.
Well, it would be nice, wouldn't it?
Let's do it over jazz.
Yeah, we like that. Hey, Ando.
Yeah, man.
I can feel my face when I'm with you.
That's hurtful.
But I still love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's just not to the level where the guy on the song's talking about.
I'll take it.
Sorry.
Hey, Ham.
Yeah.
The other day I went swimming in the morning and came into work and I went and bought underpants.
Yeah, you did.
Because I'd forgotten them from home.
Just walking around nude.
I was commando.
Yeah, commando, yeah.
Yeah. And you were trying to pretend that I'd soiled my underdags.
Oh, I think that's a bit rough.
To everyone in the group, and you're like...
All I did was yell out, Andy's done a poo in his pants and he has to go to the bathroom with his new undies for 5 minutes. And that can be interpreted a number of different ways. Hey, Ando. You know, today we gave away a car on the show, gave away the Peugeot.
Yeah.
And we had a little contest, the Cheeky Frenchman.
Yep.
Did we miss an opportunity to do Peugeot's catchphrase?
Yes.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
So now, what are the legalities? We get that car back.
I know, I'll call Brad. He'll love the wordplay.
He's barely had it for an hour.
And he'll love the wordplay so much that he'll hand it back.
He's more than welcome to re-enter in Peugeot's catchphrase.
My old buddy Ham.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, good.
Great.
Good. Thanks for asking.
Always.
I think we
That's
can
all I think
all
about.
agree, though. I think we can all agree.
Yep.
I'm looking at Jack as well. I think we can all agree. And when it comes to jelly babies, the purple or the grape ones are the best.
Where are you getting your jelly babies, mate? That's just... Ugh, what a horrible way to start the weekend.
A pox on you, then.
Oh, Chicos forever. So I'll put aside our differences.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, mate, food-based as well.
Oh, good.
Have you bought Neapolitano ice cream?
Yeah,
for, like, vanilla chocolate strawberry?
Yeah.
I bought a tub the other night. I opened it up. It went chocolate, vanilla, chocolate.
No.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
And that's 2 pranks.
Why?
Because I didn't buy a tub. And you also fell for the incorrect flavour allocation of the tub you thought I bought. So I will end the week with another 2 pranks on the scoreboard. Thanks, Jack.
Hey, Jack, give him 3.
Yeah,
give him 3 because
you'll regret that when I'm on 999 on our last day on air.
I won't,
and I'm
mate.
just lining you up.
I'll tell you why
to get the final prank.
I'll tell you why I won't. It's the first prank you've done for nearly a month.
Bull dust.
It's not bull dust.
It's barely been 3 weeks.
Jack's nodding, and you
Mate,
promised.
I'm well into the teens.
You promised 1,000 by the end of this year.
Yes, and I
calendar year.
Yes, calendar year.
Mate, you've got 13 weeks, I think.
Yeah, that works out.
That does not
No,
work
I'm
out.
happy, and I'm happy with my progress. I knew I'd start slow, get my eye in, and now, as you just saw then, 2. What'd that take me?
No,
5 seconds?
3. I'm
3
giving you
pranks. 3 pranks. This is too easy. I mean, all I've got to do is a couple of dozen a day. You know, and I'm happy to let it build up.
A couple of dozen will barely get you there.
I'm happy to let it build up to the end of the year. I think you're panicking. I think you're scrambling because you're surprised at how quickly I can get 3 pranks on you. And I think you know it's going to be a breeze for me to get 980 more
I
by the end
gave
of the
you
year.
3. It's barely a half. Anyway, that's all we've got time for today. Thank you very much for being with us. We'll see you Monday, everyone. Have a great
I
weekend.
actually did buy Neapolitano.
Not buying it.
Ah, damn it. I'll take my 3. Have a good weekend. Hey, Ando, one thing I've been doing all this year is trying to prank you.
Yes.
In my year of 1,000 pranks.
Yep.
If people have been listening along for the last couple of months, they would have heard me launch an audacious plan the very first time the mics came on for us this year.
It was in the opening seconds
I walked out.
of us doing a show together again, back live in the drive slot. You got up and walked out before the mics went open.
Yeah.
And then you weren't here.
I called the studio.
You called the studio and said, Andy, I can't come on. I can't do it. I've made a terrible mistake.
And you said, I'd like you to.
Yep.
And that's when I said, gotcha. This is a prank.
Yeah. It was a good one.
And it was pretty good. And it was
Actually-
launched. It wasn't great. It wasn't great, but as I told you at the time.
It's been your best. So that's why I look back at it fondly.
Even though at the
It's
time,
like
it
having an
stunk a
ugly
bit.
kid first and going, oh, he's not that ugly. And then having absolutely really badly ugly kids second and third going, gee, I should have really thought more fonder of my firstborn.
Well, the thing is, at the time, you were like, listen, mate, that's not... 2 things you made clear. You said, look, that's not a very high quality,
No.
and you're going to struggle to get through 1,000 by December. And I told you at the time, I'm going for quantity, not quality. And you had no right to hold me to a high quality when I have 1,000 to get away to fulfill my promise.
Now, I thought it was in a year, and as it turned out, you said calendar year. So you said by the end of December.
Yeah, 2015 is my year of 1,000 pranks. I just started a little late.
You started halfway through. You have to do, I think, 20-year show. You barely get to any.
Yeah, I haven't done one for a little while.
You're significantly behind. You're 900 or so behind.
Well, the prank count was at 21 coming into this week, and it has been slow. We've had other stuff to do. We got Bieber on. We got coming up. You know, we got the Bachelor guys today. But
at this rate, you finished the year on 42.
Well, or will I, Ando? Because today we had a conversation that you thought was a normal conversation, but little did you know, I was pranking the absolute bejesus out of you. Have a listen.
How annoying is this? Did that thing where I woke up, dry throat.
Oh, no.
Dry throat.
Day before holidays.
Day before holidays. Scratchy throat.
Still feeling it?
Still feeling it a little bit.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
And that's 3 pranks. I don't have a dry throat, I got no scratchiness, and I don't still have it.
Sore ears.
Yeah, everything.
Neck. You know the neck?
I know it. I don't like what I'm hearing, mate.
I know. Slight aches and pains. That's annoying.
3 more pranks. I don't have sore ears, I don't have neck pains, and I got no aches and pains.
Fly tonight?
Fly tomorrow.
Okay, so good night's sleep.
So I get a good night's sleep, and I'll be all right. And a bit of a sloppy bowel movement.
Another prank. I've had perfect poos.
The other thing I've been doing a lot of is magnesium.
Oh, yeah?
For, like, joint health.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Got him! I haven't been doing a lot of magnesium. It's another prank for a total of 8 pranks. What's this?
Last show before holidays, triple pranks bonus multiplier.
Whoa! 24 pranks!
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
Total prank count 45, 955 to go. Prognosis achievable.
It's interesting. It's interesting that suddenly there's self-given multipliers.
Oh, that's a normal rule. That's a fairly standard rule. Last day before holidays, triple points multiplier.
Hey, even though they're all great pranks, and I feel like such a fool. I feel like
You should see your face,
yeah,
to be honest.
I'm ashamed we didn't film.
I can't believe when I started saying I've been taking magnesium that you didn't smell a rat. That's kudos for me.
And you
to be a good pranker.
when I went, cool. I mean, how sucked in do I feel that now?
Yeah,
looking back at it?
Absolutely got you. I was running rings around you. I could have kept going too, but I had mercy on you.
Yeah. So that takes you to 45, which again, at the current pace, finishes the year at 90.
Oh, but
some 910 short.
You'd have to say 24 in a day is a good run rate.
Yeah, after the multipliers, etc.
No, that's good play by me to do it on a day where there's a triple word score.
Very good.
Hey, Ando, today is a huge day for people hanging out for the new Star Wars film. You've probably seen it online already, floating around the trailer.
Force Awakens?
The trailer for the new film is spectacular. It's about is it a 2-minute trailer? 3-minute trailer?
2.5, yeah.
A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff on there. Obviously we could just play a snippet of that. But at the same time, the trailer was released, the cinematic version. They're now releasing the radio trailer as well. The radio ads got the official version. I believe the first time this has been played. So this is the radio trailer that will go globally.
Okay. Are you sure it's the right?
Ahead of the release. I believe it to be. I believe it to be the authentic, real radio trailer.
Okay.
Hey, space fans! Looking forward to the new Star Wars movie? Yeah! All your favourite space bandits are back. You got Harrison Ford. Oh, we got that big old beautiful bear Chewbacca. Got some new robots and the most amazing light sword battles ever.
I hate you, Darth Vader!
What did you say?
Just kidding. I know he's dead in this one.
That's right, Darth Vader's dead, but it looks like there's a bunch of new bastards to give the old rebels a headache. If you love spaceships and this noise, you're going to froth over this new beauty of a movie. Star Wars! The new Star Wars movie has got everything from phasers to lasers, from stormtroopers to credits full of bloopers. Tickets on sale now, only from official Lucasfilm outlets, and this is authorised by Lucasfilm and Disney. Good on you, Mickey, you crazy mouse.
I'm not sure if that's the official one.
That is the official one. It is, I promise you.
Gosh.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
Oh, your face, mate. I got to tell you, I made that myself. But I chalk up another prank, Jack. Absolutely roped you in. No, that's not the official Star Wars ad. Yeah. That was just something I cooked up to completely pull the wool over Andy's eyes.
You got me again. I can't believe I keep falling for these traps.
No, just sit back and learn young Jedi from the Yoda of pranks. Ando, as you know, hosting Christmas at my place.
Can't believe you've said that.
Silly, yeah. But it's happening now, and it's a giant logistical undertaking because not only are we doing Christmas, but worlds are colliding. And my side of the family and Zoe's side of the family.
Incredible.
How's this? So my bro obviously is coming with his wife and child.
Yep.
He's just started a new job. And congrats to him. He's
On
an
your lock?
engineer.
Yep.
He went back to uni, threw in the towel, relearnt some skills.
Yep.
Re-entering the workforce as a whole new man.
Certainly been the best at applying himself and studying in your family.
Noted. And fair.
And so if your younger sister, she'd take that on the chin?
She'd take it on the chin. She finished her degree. Nothing special, but she finished. Got over the line, never used it. I started 2, finished none. He started like 4, finished 4.
Yeah.
So in terms of races started and finished,
he's got
full hats off to my older brother.
Yeah.
How's this thing? You start a new job, and obviously at a new job, you're going to impress the boss. The boss has said to him, this is wild too. First week of work, what are you doing for Christmas? Like goes, I'm going to my brother's place. He goes, would it be weird if I came along?
What?
Right. So my brother's like, oh, I'd have to check.
So in Locke's head, he's going, yes, of course. That's
course it would be.
stupid weird because you're the new boss.
So he asked me, I said, okay, that's fine. Not unusual. We've had strange guests at our house for Christmas. Not that this guy's strange, but, that's okay. I understand. You got to do what you got to do, right? Then, so that was okay, and we could tolerate that. It's transpired that the guy's gone, my brother will be in town. Can he come past for a drink? He's got 3 kids, the brother. Said yes to the brother. Okay, it's fine. Got 3 kids. So that's 5 people we don't know at the house for Christmas.
Jeez.
I don't know what to do.
No. I mean, name tags? Name tags
weird,
is one. It is.
Yeah. So that's what's happening.
That's not happening.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
1 prank per guest equals 5 pranks. Plus Christmas story multiplier of 4 equals 20 pranks.
Feels good, Andy, to get 20 pranks away on you just at the end of the week.
So far behind anyway.
You got to admit, when you said name tags, I think Australia-wide everyone went, he's gone for this. He's absolutely taken the bait here. And it was at that moment that I thought, you know what? I'm calling that 5 pranks, 1 prank per guest, as you heard with the Christmas multiplier.
I didn't get 1 prank per guest.
Where each guest that I told you was coming that's a lie to Christmas.
Okay, those guests, the Christmas guests.
My brother's boss is not...
Vance Joy William.
No. The Christmas lunch guests.
Okay.
My brother's boss isn't coming. His brother's not coming. Nor are his brother's 3 kids.
That's 5 pranks for that.
Guests.
With a Christmas multiplier. That's how pranks work. It's nice to have another 20 pranks away. I haven't hit 1,000 yet this year, but I want everyone to know I will hit it. I can sniff a big multiplier
going in the next 2 weeks without the help of multipliers.
Haim.
Oh, boy. I've been waiting for this moment. Let me savour it, Anto.
Go for it.
Can I play everyone a piece of audio from our very first show of this year? As we're coming into the last week, I think it's permissible to reminisce a little bit like this. Very first show of the year, Ando. Mics open up. I had a little plan, and I thought this would be fun if, as soon as the mics open up, without any warning or saying anything, I just walk out of the studio. Could you piece together what's happening? This is what happened.
Hamish and Andy.
Turn your radio up. We are on.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hamish and Andy back to drive you home. Well, just one of us, because Hamish he started in here with me, everybody. He looked fit, he looked healthy, he certainly was speaking to me in his normal tongue. And then, whether it's panic or shock, he has simply run out.
Andy, we're getting a call through from Hamish now.
Okay.
Are you there, Ando?
Yes. What happened? Did you fart?
I panicked. I saw the lights go on, and I just think you're better off without me. You can do a great job.
What about a bit of notice? Because
Hey, Andy, look behind you.
Yeah.
I'm back. I never left.
And that is the kind of wonderful prank that you can come to expect from the show. Andy, it's me. Look at me. What a wonderful radio moment already.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks.
1 down.
Is there going to be...
It could be 1,000 this year.
Is there
The
going to be some
999
kind of
to
quality
go.
control?
No, I'm going quantity over quality. You can't get 1,000 pranks out and have them all be good. Oh, great. You know what? Technically, that's one of our highlights. So from there, it was on.
And they did not improve it. If you thought that was actually one of the ones that had some thought.
So just wonderful pranks left, right, and centre. Remember I told you the story about how my brother was bringing weird guests to Christmas?
Yeah.
That was a huge prank.
And then I said, really? And you went, no.
Gotcha.
And then you played the sound effect again. So it's been a year of 100 lies with, I suppose, 1,000 lies. So.
I was up to 50 pranks. And we had a lot of people emailing and going,
generously.
I don't know if you're going to make it, Haim. And I knew I was in dire straits. Coming into this last week, I had promised that I'd do 1,000 by the time we went off air, which is why a thought bubble struck me. And I looked up and I read the thought bubble and I was like, that's not a bad idea. Could I prank you 950 times at once? And I decided that if I filled up a box full of ping pong balls, each ball representing its own unique prank.
Unique?
Well, based on another prank, very similar to the ball next to it. Its own prank, because dropping a ping pong ball on your head is a good prank.
Oh.
So 950 counts as 950 separate counts of prank. I asked Ben, the lawyer here.
Yeah.
I said, would these count as separate pranks? He goes, look, if you were to be
bothering me.
He wrote to me, he said just now, because if you were to be charged with pranks, it could be argued that each one should be a separate count. So 950 separate pranks. If I could get the balls to fall on your head. Jack helped me out a bit, helped me with the rigging. Before the show, we're all sitting outside the studio on the couch there. You'd sat in the spot that I wanted you to sit in, and this gleeful moment is where I was able to pull off 950 pranks in one.
Any other business before we get into today's show? Yeah.
Blakey has business.
Yeah.
Coming to the last week, one of the big things hanging over everyone's heads were, will I be able to get away my remaining 950 pranks? Well... Flawless! 950 pranks! Each ping pong ball representing a prank! Plus the surprise of the prank, an extra prank on top! Pranks! Thus concludes 1,000 pranks.
It's Hamish's year of 1,000 pranks. Prank count 1,001. Well done, Hamish.
Thanks, Ben.
Couple of quick things. Firstly, people should definitely go to hamishandandy.com because then you'll see that the trapdoor didn't open properly. Hamish had to run in, stand on top of me. One ball fell. I caught it, looking at it, and then you opened the trapdoor with your hands.
Well, and that's
so
why
do you think then you award yourself one for surprise?
Well, then I yelled out.
Because I wasn't that surprised.
Okay, well then one for standing on your foot. Either way, I got an extra one in there. Then, I think, though, by yelling out flawless, that covered up any...
Or distracted me. Actually, this was flawless.
Yeah, I was able to convince you in hindsight that this was a flawless 950.
HamishandAndy.com. Head there now. The video of Hamish pulling a string that doesn't work and then 950 ping pong balls dropping. Oh,
you know who that's on, don't you, Jack?
That's why I tried to chant prank the loudest in that audio. Prank. So
you didn't want anyone to notice that the rigging had failed. However, Ando, a wonderful year of pranks.
Well done, mate.
A good fight fought by everyone. You were trying to avoid them all year, but in the end, I managed to pin 1,001 on you.
It's got me.
So better luck next year.
Thank you. It's Hamish and Andy.